Hey there, guys, welcome back to another episode to my journey to Mars. And it's been a while since I last uploaded. I think the last time I uploaded was the 29th of October. Today's date is Sunday, the 8th of November, and the time I'm recording this is 9:29 p.m. So, yeah, it's been uh, a while. I think it's been well over 9 days. Um, Well, in that time, my half-term holiday ended, and I finished my first week of school back. So it was no difference from last term. It was just getting ready into the second term. I managed to do only one test. Well, there was only one test available to do, and that was the English test. And I think I did pretty good in it. I'm not gonna say I did the best because they haven't got our results back, but I think I did mediocre on that test. In today's episode, I'm gonna talk about what astronauts are gonna do on when they get to Mars. So if you remember from my last episode, I talked about who's gonna go to Mars and the amount of people that are gonna go to Mars. I said I think it was 6 people. I've got that right here. If you can see, I can only name like 4 out of the 6 people who are going to go. That's because on the research I did, it wouldn't let me. I wouldn't be able to find like 6 out of 6 people who are going to go. Uh, but I only got commander, scientist, engineer, and medical officer. Uh, but, if you can go back to that episode and watch that. Um, well, let's get into this episode. I'll talk about what I've done research about here, and I'll talk about how these episodes are going to be set from now on. So, alright, so let's get started then. When as soon as astronauts are gonna get to Mars, there's going to be there's going to be a lot of work to do to survive and to ensure their safety. This is coming from my brain. I didn't find that on the internet. So obviously the first thing they're gonna do is build something. They're not just gonna land a rocket or land a module and just walk around for a few minutes and get back on there and go back into orbit and fly back to Earth. They're gonna stay there for quite a while. So I did some research, about 5-10 minutes of research, and I've made this graph. If you see the blue writing here, I've done this graph. You can have a look at that right there. Is it in frame? Yep, that's in frame. I'm gonna talk. If you didn't see it or if you couldn't read it because of my bad handwriting, I'm gonna talk about it anyway. So let's get into the first section, which is construction. So, the research I did was that when astronauts are going to get onto Mars, they're going to work on the settlement, like building a base or a headquarters or building a home or something like that. Uh, I think that they're probably going to build a massive dome, kind of, which is like probably like most of it's like thick glass. Now this is coming from me. I did not research any of that, but in my imagination on how like the future houses are going to be like on Mars, it's like a transparent material that's very thick. So it would also be a bad thing that they use that because if there's a sandstorm that occurs near the region of the settlement, then obviously the transparent is not going to be transparent at all. So that's going to be a negative to a positive on that idea. Second thing is that they're going to build solar panels. I mean, it's a no-brainer. I don't think there's a lot of air or a lot of wind. Actually, I think there might be a lot of wind. So I guess wind turbines might be another good source of energy, but it might take a while to build. So I think solar panels might be the best option. Corridors from base to base. So obviously there's going to be they're going to have their space suits on, or their suits, or what should I call it? Not their armor, because they're not fighting anybody. I'll just call it space suits. So they're going to have their space suits on as soon as they leave the module off the of the, when they get out the module, they're gonna be wearing suits to walk on Mars. If they manage to build a base, they wanna have the ability to just walk to the module, so then they can leave at any given time without having to put on a spacesuit, which is time consuming. I don't know, because no one's done it before, but in my brain, or in my imagination, it might take a while to put the spacesuits on and actually utilize them. Another thing they might build is greenhouses. So this is going to do over the half term. I was talking about doing the Appleseed project, which I'm going to release tomorrow. I'm going to upload tomorrow and do the Appleseed project. So when they build the greenhouses on Mars, there's going to be, there's no ozone layer, so there's no atmosphere for the plants to thrive and actually grow on without any help or a different environment. They're gonna build a greenhouse and actually have an oxygen producer. I think there's gonna be a machine help them grow. They're gonna have to utilize the Martian soil, because in my opinion, they won't really take too much soil from Earth. They might do, but they're gonna have to manufacture soil on Mars. There is going to be soil on Mars, I think there is, but it's not filled with nutrients or contain any nutrients that could boost the plant's growth, so they might have to modify it a little bit. And the last bit on construction was to prepare for the second crew. They're not gonna stay there for a very long time. I'll say 2 or 3 months tops, but they're not gonna stay there for a long time, unless something else happens, like Elon Musk decides to send more and more people to Mars and just keep them there. So that's from construction. Let's talk about maintenance. Right. So I did some research. I didn't get too many ideas or too many facts about maintenance. All I got was that they're going to fix broken or non-functional equipment, cleaning, replacing, and inspecting the equipment that there is now. So I guess that's for maintenance. I gotta do some more research on that. And for research, I'm not talking about research or maintenance. There's another one right here called research. All I got so far was collect data, because I did some research and I still remember scientists are not going to be able to do as many experiments that they can do in the ISS. So they might have to consult with the astronauts first to actually do some research, and they can't really do experiments in like the module or the dome or the house that they're going to build. I had a concept in my head that they just build an empty glass dome and just have science equipment in there. It could be a future piece of equipment that they might use. I don't know. It depends on how things go out for me. And then for the last column, if you can read that, leisure and personal time. All I got was that they can do indoor activities like yoga or listen to music, exercise. Obviously they can't put on a spacesuit and go for a jog around the Martian soil. Well, they can, but it's just a waste of equipment and the waste of durability of those spacesuits. So, if I ever go to Mars, I'll just stick to doing indoor activities. And that's all for what I wrote on here. But I'm gonna talk for a while now about other things too. So, communication is a huge factor on survival. There is, I think, a 20-minute delay between Earth and Mars, which can be a huge problem, but I think we will be able to live with it, because I think that the only problem is that, the only main problem is if there's an emergency, the people on Mars can't send an SOS call to Earth in time. Hopefully there's not going to be an SOS situation. So, that is a probability of 1 to 10% out of 90 or 99%. I think with the future equipment that the astronauts are going to be safe, it's just how they use it and how they maintain the equipment is the main key of survival. So second thing, obviously I didn't upload last week, and I'm gonna explain why. One reason was I watched all my previous videos and I noticed my quality of the videos weren't as good as my previous video, which had me doing research and keeping it like straightforward and actually engaging with the viewers. So I decided to do quality over quantity, but I realized that it takes a lot of time to make a quality video. So I've tried to work twice as hard and try and get some more ideas and new like video concepts or what to talk about the journey to Mars, because I do honestly believe that for the viewers that this is a very boring and unentertaining videos to watch. Like it's just a waste of their time and they find it boring, which is fine. I mean, you can watch how long you want to and then come back to it if you want to. It's completely your choice. But I'm gonna say this: I'm not gonna take like weeks to make one video. I will be making videos more than 4 times a week. That's a guarantee from me. I'm not gonna take any more like 1 week off or maybe taking 2 weeks off just to think things through. I will be taking one day off, not today or tomorrow. I will be taking a few days off in the future, not now, to think about new concepts or videos. So I talked about that. That's off my chest. Uh, I don't know what to talk about now. I think I might end the video now. It's currently 12 minutes and 8 seconds of the video. It could be a short video, but I want to talk a bit more because what else am I gonna do? So in school, there's nothing new. This new half term has been no different to the first term of school. Um, there's not much to talk about. I'm just getting all my work done. I have managed to get all my homework given in before like an extension or before I get a new piece of homework. So my teachers are happy about that. I'm not getting into any trouble at school, which is a huge improvement to last year and the year before and the year before that. So I think my main priority is to get to the most elite classes, which is well, I think 3 out of the 3 classes I'm in are not in the elite classes. So I'll talk about that and I'll just end the video then. So the classes that I'm most worried about is science, maths, and English. Maths and English, I'm in the second to best class, but I have to be in the top. I have to be in the number 1 position, which is going to be difficult and probably not possible. But as long as I'm in a class where we get the hardest work and the most progress, I'll be happy in. Science, I am in the second elite class, but I'm not in the first elite class. It's difficult to explain, but I'm in set 1 for science, but set 1 is split into 2 groups. There's set 1 for dual science and set 1 for triple science. I want to do triple science. So I think it might be possible for me to get there. I just gotta put in twice the effort. I gotta stop talking too much. I have noticed that since I started this term, I've talked a bit more in lesson, which I need to stop. I'm not talking rude to the teachers. I'm just talking a lot more, which is a decrease or an increase in the possibility of me not getting a good grade. So I think that's all for today's episode. Tomorrow's episode is going to be uploaded tomorrow, and it's going to be the apple seed project where I'm going to grow an apple tree. So I'm excited for that. So like the video if you liked it, share the video if you want to share it, subscribe if you want to. It's your choice if you want to subscribe. I think I've said everything. I'm gonna put down my Instagram in the description. Maybe my Twitter. I'm not sure about my Twitter, but definitely my Instagram is gonna be in the description. So if you wanna follow me on Instagram, go ahead. No one's stopping you. It's your choice. If you don't have an Instagram, don't worry. I barely post on there anyway. And I want to say bye now because I want to hit 16 minutes. So bye.